Okay, how do I film this? Hello people, my name is Fox and I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I got 4 decks to show off to you today. However, if you don't want to hear me speak, understandably so, I'm going to put each list updated in the description down below, as well as my tapped out account. So if you want to see some other decks that I built in the past that I don't have anymore, you can go ahead and check that out. Let's start with Derevi, and I'm going to show you this list first because this was recently in an MTG Mudsta video where I got my ass handed to me by a giant merfolk. So my Derevi is a Voltron commander. He's not very control-y, although I do have quite a few control cards in the deck. He's more focused on Voltron, specifically 5 swords from Mirrodin. He wants to get 5 swords on him, or she wants. Falco wants the 5 swords, okay? Starting off with lands, we got 3 plains, 3 islands, and 4 forests. Canopy Vista, Windswept Heath, Temple Garden, Sunpetal Grove. And then we got Hallowed Fountain, Our Dark to Darker Waste, Prairie Stream, Glacial Fortress, Flooded Strand, Botanical Sanctum, Hinterland Harbor, Breeding Pool, Misty Rainforest, and Yavimaya Coast and Flooded Grove. And then some utility, Reliquary Tower because you're going to draw a lot, Buried Ruins because you want to get your stuff back from the grave, artifacts, Cathedral of War. Exalted is a sub-theme in this deck, so I'm running a couple of those. Seaside Citadel, Mosswort Bridge to cheat stuff out, Temple of the False God to make stuff easier to cast. Being Stage to copy lands, Rogue's Passage to make Derevi unblockable. Derevi usually has all pro colors, so having a land to give him unblockable is better. And then Command Tower. Creatures, Reclamation Sage, Noble Hierarch, like I said, Exalted is a sub-theme. Glenalandra Archmage, Prime Speaker Zagana, Sun Titan, Mystic Snake, Stoneforge Mystic, the GP promo, Solemn Simulacrum, Stonehewer Giant. I have a lot of foreign cards where names escape me. Phyrexian Metamorph, Restoration Angel, Eternal Witness, Sakura Tribe Elder, and then Snapcaster Mage. Enchantments, Sigarda's Aid, which I still can't believe is 1 mana. This card's busted. Earthcraft, Oblivion Ring, Rhystic Study, and Finest Hour. 1 Planeswalker, Tezzeret the Seeker, because, you know, artifacts. Instances, this is where the control-y aspect of the deck comes in. Cyclonic Rift, Return of Dust, Court of Calling, Swords to Plowshares, Impulse, a card that I honestly am surprised I still play, considering it doesn't do too much. It's probably a lot better draw cards. Counterspell, Hinder, Cryptic Command, Force of Will, Path to Exile, Dig Through Time, Brainstorm, Enlightened Tutor, Trick Bind, and our Garvian Find. Sorceries, we got Steel Shaper's Gift, Rout, Ponder, Fabricate, Wrath of God, and Open the Armory. And then, of course, the equipment package. So let's see if I organized this. I super didn't. Batterskull, which I am aware gives Derevi Vigilance and makes him not tap to attack. I didn't know this when I was playing the game on video. Okay, I get it. He should have been untapped. Wouldn't have mattered. I still would have been super dead. Sword of Body and Mind, Sword of War and Peace, Sword of Feast of Famine, Sword of Fire and Ice, and Sword of Light and Shadow. Then we got Blackblade Reforged, Masterwork of Ingenuity to copy some really cool artifacts, Lightning Greaves, the Kaladesh Invention version, which looks damn cool. Fire Shrieker, Loxodon Warhammer, Diviner's Wand for the Animist, Argentum Armor, Basilisk Collar, and then Hero's Blade for the last equipment. Again, this is Voltron Derevi. You want to give him a bunch of knives so he can kill people with. Then we got Scroll Rack, Sensei's Divining Top, Basalt Monolith, Chromatic Lantern, Soul Ring, Coalition Relic, Commander Sphere, and Mana Vault for some ramping. And that's the Derevi deck, or as I call it, Derevi and the Quest for the 5 Swords. This is a deck I built while I was on vacation, Varina, the Lich Queen. Yep, I was hankering for a zombie deck. I had built Scarab God a while ago, as well as Geese and Geralf. I wanted to build a new zombie deck, and she is really, really fun. Plus, you get to play white spells, so it's better. There's the white symbol. Mana. 4 plains, 5 islands, and 4 swamps. Unholy Grotto to get your zombies back on top. Cabal Coffers, Desbian Stage, Opal Palace, Unclaimed Territory, a card I try to play in as most decks as possible because it's really fun. Gaia Reach Sanctum, a very underappreciated card. Love this guy. Cavern of Souls, this is stupid expensive. Rogue's Passage, Reliquary Tower, Urborg, Temple of the False God, and Command Tower. And then the dual lands, you know, all the fun stuff. Probably need more blue-white ones. Still building the land base on this one, because, you know, lands are expensive. That's why I like Lord of Windgrace so much. I get to play the cheap basic lands. It's fun. Enchantments. Ghostly Prison, which is a new include that I pretty much need in this deck, because I very often just get killed quickly by big creatures. Vampiric Rites, not a combo piece, but a very good card nevertheless. Sack a creature. In this case, you're sacking zombies, so it's just good plus good. Animate Dead. Rhystic Study, Liliana's Mastery, Rooftop Storm, Phyrexian Arena, and Graph Harvest. Artifacts, we got quite a bit rampant here. We have Chromatic Lantern, Coalition Relic, Azori Signet, Dimir Signet, and Orzhov Signets, running all the Signets. I love consistency. Commander Sphere, Soul Ring, Darksteel Ingot, Thought Vessel. Then we got Phyrexian Altar, Sensei's Divining Top, Ashnod's Altar, and Vanquisher's Banner. So yes, I am running the Phyrexian Altar, Gravecrawler, Plague Belcher combo, or this Gravecrawler, the other thing, I forget the name, Vengeful Dead combo. The Infinite combo where you keep sacking Gravecrawler, which deals 1 damage to every opponent, and then you bring it back with the mana you generate from Phyrexian Altar. You need a win con in this deck. You need something to build up to, and that's kind of the build up to. Instants and sorceries, oh my. Unburial Rites, which I'm very happy I get to play. This was a card I really wanted to play in Scarab God, but I couldn't because he needed white. But she has white. Demonic Tutor, Buried Alive, Behold the Beyond, Reanimate, Wrath of God, Extract from Darkness, Beacon of Unrest, Rise of the Dark Realms, Diabolic Tutor. I'm playing Doomsday because I just kind of want to go crazy sometimes. Living Death, Hinder, Path to Exile, Return to Dust, Counterspell, Brainstorm, Swords to Plowshares, and Cyclonic Rift. And now the zombies. Cemetery Reaper, Prize Amalgam, Fleshbag Marauder. We got Possessed Scab, which I did not realize until a couple days ago you could get a creature back. Didn't know. I legitimately didn't know. I thought it was just instant sorceries. RTFC, kids. It helps. Undead Warchief, Carrion Feeder, Vengeful Dead, Lich Lord of Unks, Phyrexian Delver, Zombie Master, Death Baron, Noosegraph Mob, Plague Belcher, Gravecrawler, Mirror Entity, he's a zombie, have a fun Lich, I don't know, Lord of the Accursed, Diregraph Captain, Diregraph Colossus, Corpse Connoisseur, Graveborn Muse, and Grey Merchant and Asphodel. One card that I did play in this deck was Binding Mummy, mainly because it's foil, but also I get to play a white zombie. There's so few of those. And also the white-black zombie in Amonkhet, the uncommon one, I actually don't have one of them. Probably play that too, it's really good. This was a bit of a fan favorite, Balan, the Wandering Knight. Balan's awesome. You can fast equip all the equipment you control to him for only 1 and a white, and that includes in response to his double strike step, which I recently learned and I've been abusing to no extent. We got 5, 10, 15, 20, 24. 24 planes. Rogue's Passage to make them unblockable. Some cycle lands for some small draw. The problem with running a mono white deck that isn't blue is that your draw ability is kind of minimal. So I'm running quite a few draw spells, draw effects, mana rocks that you can sack to draw. Just stuff to get stuff out of my hand and into my hand. Tectonic Edge, just a cool card to play. Phyrexian Core is really, really good in this deck. Sacrifice an artifact in response and you gain a life. Buried Ruin, again, to get back your artifacts. Opal Palace to make Balan just bigger. Giving him +1/+1 counters is very effective because, again, he gets double strike with just 2 artifacts and there's to equipment, and there's quite a lot in this deck. Arya, again, for some cheating stuff. Desmond Station copy stuff. Maze of Ith, because there aren't too many creatures in this deck. This deck is a big dick swinging deck, so you're going to swing with big Balan, and that's all you're going to have. So Maze of Ith kind of helps to not kill you. Ghost Quarter, Nykthos, Shrine to Nyx, mono white, so you're going to generate a lot of mana off this guy. Tumble of False God, and then Crystal Vein. Enchantments, Sigarda's Aid. Why is this one? Griff's Boon gives Balan flying, which is cool. Gift of Immortality gives Balan immortality. O-Ring, and then Darksteel Mutation for the lulz. Creatures, Stoneforge Mystic and Stonehewer Giant. Also got Razor Hippogriff to get stuff from your grave. Alms Collector, which is just a funny card I love playing. Anytime I can actually use this against someone playing Sphinx's Revelation, it's the most satisfying thing ever. It's just so fun. Solemn Simulacrum, Mirror Entity, Sun Titan, Avacyn Angel of Hope, make yourself indestructible, and Pure Steel Paladin. Sorceries and instants, not too many. We got Wrath of God, Open the Armory, Seal Shaper Gift, Path to Exile, and then Source to Plowshare as well, right there. The usual stuff to, get stuff back from your grave, some removal. You got Return to Dust, Lapse Incerti, which is one of my favorite cards ever, Counterspell in white. Oblation, I usually use this on my stuff to draw cards. It's fairly effective. More artifact tutoring. Holy Day, because Fog is great, and then Humble. So these are the artifacts. Hold on. There's a lot of them. They make up more than 50% of the deck. Go over the utility. So we got Staff and Nin, again for some small draw. Howling Mine for draw, and Mind's Eye for draw. Temple Bell for draw. Like I said, in white, you need as much draw as you possibly can get. Mana rocks. There's a lot of them. Unstable Obelisk, Dreamstone Hedron, Basalt Monolith, Thought Vessel, Hedron Archive, Soul Ring, Thran Dynamo, Worn Power Stone, Commander Sphere, Marble Diamond, Everflowing Chalice, Pristine Talisman, and Mind Stone. As you notice, there's a lot of artifacts that sack and draw, because again, I hate to reiterate this, you need draw in white. And then finally, the equipment package. We got some good ones in here. Loxodon Warhammer, Dowsing Dagger is a personal favorite of mine. Skull Clamp, Sword of Feast of Famine. I'm not running any of the swords that give Balan Pro White, because you don't want him to not be able to use his own ability, or to target him with cool stuff. Stratascythe, Godsend, Sword of the Animist, Grafted Exoskeleton, Hammer of Nazan, Sword of Fire and Ice, Bloodforged Battle Axe, Umezawa's Jite, Assault Suit, Coitus Spike, Sword of Body Mind, Blackblade Reforged, Argentum Armor, Whisper Silk Cloak, Swiftfoot Boots, and Hero's Blade. In this deck, equipment costs don't really matter, because his ability is busted good. The Furry Man. I have stated multiple times, and I'll say it again, Lord Windgrace is just a fun commander. This deck is just insanely fun to play. Constantly changing this deck, so if you have ideas, lay them out in the comments. I'm more than willing to listen. So, unlike the other two, where the land bases were boring to me, this one's actually exciting to me because it's pretty much just basic lands. I'm just running basic mountains, swamps, and forests. Rogue's Passage, Command Tower, Ash Barrens, Terramorphic Expanse, Evolving Wilds, Bajuka Bog, Reliquary Tower, and Temple. That's really it. I'm not running any dual lands, just basics. 10 mountains, 9 swamps, and 13 forests. I'll just show these two off because I only got one of each. Mending of Dominaria and Garruk Wildspeaker. Mending is really good to get lands in your grave affecting Gitrog. And then Garruk Wildspeaker. Honestly, the token is fairly useful because this is a token-focused deck, so you want to have an army of them so you can overrun and hopefully kill the table. Enchantments. We got Greater Good, Parallel Lives, Doubling Season. I like this art. Everyone else can piss off. Rites of Flourishing, and Beastmaster Ascension. There is a slight group hug aspect to this deck because I'm running a couple cards that affect the table. So not too much, not to the point where it's Kianos and Tiro, but enough where it's fun. Going on to artifacts, we got Girper Orrery, Blackblade Reforged, because you know you get a ton of lands out pretty quickly. Soul Ring, Hammer of Perforos, Horn of Greed, Chromatic Lantern, Commander Sphere, Crucible of Worlds, and Thought Vessel. Not too much ramp for artifacts. I got enough ramp on the lands. Creatures, we have Turn Timber Sower, so you get some tokens out. Multani, Yavimai's Avatar, crazy good in this deck. Dualcaster Mage, Massacre Worm, Sakura Tribe Elder, Lotus Cobra, which is a combo with Scape Shift and Sylvan Reclamation to hopefully cast just everything you could draw. Gitrog Monster, which is the prime focus of this deck. Getting him out really early is very useful because you want to get more draw off him. And Lord Windgrace, you get to draw 3 instead of 2 for every land you discard. Just a good card in this deck altogether. Rampaging Balos to give you your multiple 4/4 green beasts. Hornet Queen for some small tokens, Mina and Den to cast more lands and do more fun stuff. Wreck Stage, Kozilek the Great Distortion to do stuff with your mana. Solemn Simulacrum, Amanath Locust Rage, Psychosis Crawler, Perforos, and Avenger Zendikar. Like I said, it is a token-themed deck, so you want to get as many tokens out as possible so you can overrun or just damage everybody out with Perforos. Increasing Vengeance, starting with the instants, Chaos Warp, Heroic Intervention, Crows and Grip, Arcogenesis, and Harrow. And then sorceries, we got Selvala Stampede, Scape Shift, Beacon of Unrest, Splendid Reclamation, Triumph of the Hordes, which is a win con, Regrowth, Overrun, Damnation, Boundless Realms. Like I said, the basic land effects, just really fun. Past in Flames, Worm Harvest, Seasons Past, Collective Voyage, Genesis Wave, Mizzix Mastery, Exsanguinate, Kadama's Reach, Sky Shroud Claim, Cultivate, and then Demonic Tutor. Like I said, this deck is just crazy fun. The way you win is through tokens and Overrun or Exsanguinate or Perforosing the table. There's a couple ways to win the game, but really it's just a fun deck to play because you get to do things the entire game. You're drawing cards off the lands you discard with both Gitrog and Lord Windgrace, casting crazy spells for crazy amounts of mana. It is just a fun deck. Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, leave them in the comments. I always take any suggestions anyone ever gives me to heart. And I really do appreciate all the help I get with all my decks. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you later with more videos. But until then, she's gone. Bye.